Ugh. Welcome everybody to our final semifinals matchup between EV and Oxygen. Let's see who will face off against RZ in the finals for win or die. Still waiting on people to load in, but are almost ready.
No, that's fine. I'm not here.
Obviously,
Cool.
a big shout out to Oogie. I thought you went for your beer. Obviously, a big shout out to my co-host Oogie Boogie as he takes this on with me.
I have a stutter and you don't, so fumbled that entire opening. I don't know how you managed.
I don't either.
Welcome to our final. Fuck. Shit. Yeah, that. Our final semifinal is a double negative if I haven't seen one myself.
I couldn't have botched it. Hang on, I should restart all over.
No need. It's comedy gold.
Oh, it's fucking funny. See, that's what I get when I try to fucking overanalyze things.
That's why I'm here.
Exactly. You're here to help. I'm excited for this matchup, though. EV's down to their final few guys, though. They don't have any subs. They don't have any ability to do that.
This, for all intents, is their final stand.
Yeah. And it's going to be a good game, regardless. Being as this map is a little more open, we should get a lot better viewpoints and better shots from
I believe
above.
golf is off limits, yeah?
Yes. I think that's it, though.
I think we marked... Yeah, I think we did
no.
leave alpha... No, we did we mark off? There's different variations of this map. There's a variation where Foxtrot and Alpha are off, but golf is in. And then there's a variation where all three of them are out.
I gotta go look right now.
And then there's another variation where only golf is out of play. So, I mean, I'm actually not entirely sure which we're using here. I thought we were running just E, D, C, and B. I could be wrong.
Yeah, let me... Is Black Vans, okay, you're in here. Are we... What flags are closed down? Is it just George and everything else is free game? Or are we closing Freddy and Apples and it's free game? Or is it Freddy, Apples, and George and they fight over 4? What's up, Spartan? What's up, Rios? What's up, K-Slay? How you guys doing?
Of course, now it's time for us to present our unofficial sponsors yet again.
Zimfor.
Again, we must stress that we are not licensed with these sponsors. They are not official. They don't know about this.
GFA
We're
are
just giving them a shout out. We are just giving them a shout out because we deeply appreciate the great service that they provide for us.
Yeah.
Our first unofficial sponsor is, of course, always Zim4, the ultimate esports experience. The ultimate esports experience on console. You can take the finest mouse, the finest keyboard, and wire it up to your PlayStation so you can obliterate your competition.
Via PC.
And no, it's not cheating. There are no battle packs. Which brings me to our next unofficial sponsor, Cronus Max Plus.
Well, you know that PS5 is moving into that whole MNK platform.
Well, the PlayStation 4 does, believe it or not.
Correct.
Natively support mouse and keyboard. It's just that Battlefield does not.
Right.
And neither does COD, which they did purposely to sort of even the playing field on console. But if you play other first-person shooters, like Fortnite, for example, I mean, if you're the kind of fad who plays that, mouse and keyboard, you can literally just plug it into your PlayStation 4 and it works.
Right.
Like, the support is there.
Yo, Toga, Navs.
Of course, our third unofficial sponsor, Jim Beam.
Jim Beam. And Captain Morgan, since that seems to be what I'm drinking tonight. I gotta go buy a bottle of black.
You find a way to just disappoint me every day.
Well, I'm a Black Label man. I love my Johnny Walker Black Label.
All right, well, okay.
On the rocks.
That's all right. You redeemed yourself with that one. I remember New Year's Eve one year, I bought a bottle of Johnny Walker Gold Reserve for
Ooh,
like
nice.
$80. Yeah, it's the
That's a
most
good
I've
deal
ever
too.
spent on booze. Yeah, well, I mean, it's Gold Reserve is worth about that. It's not like it's a great bottle, but it's not like a top tier bottle.
Right.
Yeah.
I've had some of the top tier. My old boss was a they were Russian, so they were hardcore
Blue
drinkers.
Label.
Yeah, like I mean, he would send me to the liquor store and I'd pick up a handle of Black Label and he'd still drink that whole thing with a couple people and then have me go over and get like a smaller Blue Label or something like that. He'll spend like $500 on alcohol for one day.
Yeah, not, no surprise there.
And he can still walk home, like, or, get home. Me, I
Listen,
fucking
man,
drink a quarter of
Russians
that
are
and I'm
not
done.
human.
No, they are not.
They're not people.
No,
I
when it
don't know
comes
if
to
they're more than
alcohol.
that. But we're still waiting for a few, it seems, to join the server. Um, do a shout out to the chat here. We'll ask our boys in the chat, what is your favorite booze? Because we ask the important questions here. What are you drinking right now while you watch this matchup?
Honestly, fans, I don't even know how to set up custom
If you say
angles.
Coors, I swear to God, we will block you from the fucking chat.
Fuck
If you
Coors.
say Coors, we might have to ban you from the
Rubbing
league. I'm not
alcohol.
fucking joking.
Oh wait, you guys want to hear a funny story? So I have an alcoholic for an ex-roommate slash roommate because he keeps coming in and out. But
Yeah, you see him in the mirror.
yeah, fuck you. Anyways, he went on a bender and couldn't get his hands on any actual alcohol, so he drank two of the big bottles of vanilla extract.
Oh my god.
I'm not talking the small ones. I'm talking the gigantic ones.
Yeah, that's what we call. That is a dedicated alcoholic right there. Oh
The
man.
funniest thing about it is we had like three other extracts that were 10 times stronger than that he could have
But they don't
drank.
taste as good. See, there still needs to be flavor. I mean,
Oh, it was fucking
so.
hilarious. And the funny thing was, we sent him to rehab in Florida. He got on the
All right,
plane
so
and got off the plane more drunk than he got on it, but had no money. So he was definitely doing some sucky blows.
all right, so apparently Oxygen have just relayed the message that they only have 11 right now, and that they're ready to go regardless.
Alright, so we will reset the server and we will kick it off. Confirmation. Can you just check the Discord chat for the leaders and make sure that um, the EV knows?
Um,
Yes, I'm Rise now, Black.
yeah,
Thanks.
they're about to reply, so they're fully aware.
Brandon, Chick-fil-A Diet Lemonade. Come on, we're talking alcoholic beverages. What's
Yeah,
up,
don't be a
Muni?
pussy.
What's up, Tecolo? Dante? Brandon, welcome, everybody. Thanks for taking time out of your evening to come and check out this semifinals. Tell you what, it's pretty good? Captain Morgan and Kiwi Strawberry Snapple. It's actually pretty tasty. Rios predicts EV for the trophy. Let's see if they have what it takes. Okay, Slay. Oh, fuck me. Just so everybody does know, once we do get confirmation, we will be doing our Win or Die podcast for the league after this matchup. So next week we will release the podcast with all information on this week's matchups as well as last 2 weeks ago's matchups. And then we will talk about the finals. And we will have a special guest who we have had planned on coming on for the last couple of weeks. So we're excited to have that special guest on with us. And then we also have the other podcast we'll be releasing as soon as we get it finalized and edited.
So I officially have my beer.
Congrats. Which one did you go with?
Going with the American classic, Budweiser.
Budweiser. I can't stand Bud. I think it tastes like ass.
Really? I actually like it, but Bud Light, fucking terrible.
Ugh. Any light beer is piss.
Well, not true. Amstel Light's good.
No, I can't do light beers. I like my Stellas. Stella's a good beer.
Stella is like water.
No, it's got flavor. It's not a light beer, that's for sure.
Well, no, it's not.
Brandon, the special guest, is in this chat right now, watching, but I don't want to say until I get confirmation from him that he wants to attend. Hint, hint, to the person who knows who I'm talking about.
And of course, that special guest is, in fact, the man of the hour, Ian Ender.
Dude, wouldn't that be epic? That would be fucking
Nick,
gold.
Nick, if you're watching, welcome to the chat. We appreciate the things you do.
Ender, by all means, we want you.
And I'm not being as facetious as you may think I'm being.
Oh, it's fucking gold.
On the real, your production value is great. Your teams are bad, but the production value is honestly, and I'm not trolling.
No, you're
very, very good.
You're straight, yeah.
Like you do
but
some
everything else
things
about
right.
him is fucked.
You do some things right, but remember, Hitler did some great things too.
You made me spit up my fucking alcohol on that
I mean,
comment.
listen, I don't know if you know, but the German economy was kicking while the Great Depression fucked everybody else. If Hitler never went to war and if the Holocaust never happened, he would have been a great leader. Just saying. I'm not saying Ender's Hitler. He's not. He lives in Washington. They're very peaceful people there.
Yeah. He just doesn't have good business sense when it comes to fucking dealing with
fans are
leagues.
assholes.
No, doesn't matter. Win or die is going to surpass them soon enough, so I'm not worried about it.
I mean, we're a niche. We're a niche market.
Spartan, I'm Jewish, motherfucker. You want to come at me, bro?
You're not Jewish. Get the fuck out of here. Are you really?
I'm half Jewish.
No.
I'm not a Hasidic Jew. Fuck that.
Jewish.
No. So technically, no, I'm not Jewish. My father's Jewish. My mother's fucking...
Well, unless your mother's Jewish, you're not Jewish. That's actually how it works.
Yeah. Alright, so we have kicked off here,
yes,
and we have EV over here taking Charlie. It looks like that will be the forefront here. Oops. Come on.
So Oxygen are in fact playing a man down. That's risky because these teams I feel like are very evenly matched. Where having a man out might actually hurt you.
Oh, and my controller died. Give me a second, guys. Sorry.
Alright, well, EV have C and D locked up. Oxygen are storming C and they're capping Bravo.
Yeah, EV have D locked up. They're now taking the flank to Charlie. They're gonna push right. I think they're gonna push right in. Yep. And they got a heavy tank coming in as support.
That's my favorite thing. When somebody using a Regal fires off 2 shots and feels the need to load their weapon. So
that was
from 60 bullets.
That was
you came from 60 bullets to 58. By all means, reload.
That was my biggest pet peeve, like the thing that I did the most that gets me killed.
You did that a lot. You would fire off 3 shots and reload, and then you got killed while you reloaded every time.
I would kill one person and not focus on the surroundings, and then get killed while reloading. And I still do it on occasions. I work on it, and when I notice I'm doing it, I try to stop. But it's hard to do, especially when you've got it built in you that this is how this is how I've done it all this time, and now I need to change my core.
So we have an air battle right now. We got Mint here on the rear gun. Nuts is flying lane for EV, but they're taking some shots. In fact, they are down. Jon Snow takes them out.
I'm kind of surprised to see, what have we... Oh, Oh, we got one plane up right now.
So our boy Jon Snow is flying for oxygen. I'm assuming Matt, if he is tanking, I would think he's tanking. I can't be sure.
See, who do we got? We got Jon Snow in a plane. We have Varget in a plane. So we got Oxygen
So they're
taking two
running two
planes.
planes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's something
that's...
I was not expecting them to do. I mean, I was talking about it with them
actually,
earlier. I was
no,
talking.
I mean, that's kind of been their game plan thus far. I would have thought on this map that they would throw Matt in the tank, but it looks like they are going all in on the planes.
Well,
I mean, that's what they did against us.
Yeah, I mean, I was with Alpha earlier, and we were discussing the match coming up tonight, and that was his biggest fear, was because they don't have a solid pilot right now. They were hoping that they weren't going to face off against two pilots, but it looks like the fact that they took two pilots, they should maybe switch to two tanks and just stay on the ground. I mean, they don't have that air power, that experience.
So we're actually at a what we call a point draw where both teams have two flags. So Oxygen has a lead on kills right now.
Oxygen are trying to push in on C here, but the air support is just too much. Has two go down.
And Mint has taken his tank onto the Delta flag.
Alright, so the fight's ensuing on Duff now. We got a heavy tank here, and we got Oxygen pushing in to try and take that flag back. Take a look at the first-person view of Steve. He's trying to work this flag with the tank by himself.
So Chris is in the plane. He's going for a dive bomb attack on the C flag. Looks like he's engaging a house. He's got people on his team very close to that house. It tells me they specifically told him to bomb it.
Stevie takes a heavy hit. He's about, and there he goes as he goes down. Also, I do want to just let everybody know real quick, I do know that a lot of you are watching on your phones, and I know that the overview kind of gets a little foggy with, you know, the capabilities of phones, so I will try to get a lot more first-person views so that people can see more action. But yes, I do know that that was an issue in the last few matches, and I will work on that. Oxygen is just dominating the air power, air support.
In terms of score, though, I mean, we're talking about a 4-point spread right now.
Yep. It is definitely a close fucking match. Even though Oxygen's one man short, and they have no planes in the air, they're still holding their ground. I mean, EV have no planes in the air.
So we like to play a game, you know, we like to play a game with all those who are watching at home. It's called Who's Using a Cronus Max, where you watch the stream live and you determine yourselves who you think is a cheater. So feel free to let us know in that chat box who you believe is a cheating cunt.
Oogie boogie with the drama. Starting it now.
Because this is Battlefield, and it is 2018, and pretty much everybody cheats.
The hate is real. I'm not even gonna get started on the whole MNK bullshit. I will forever stay a controller player unless it moves strictly to MNK.
PC Master Race.
Yeah.
I personally don't have a... I would, I'll be honest, I would, but I have no interest in unplugging my mouse and everything from my PC and plugging it into a Zen to run on console. That is too much of a hassle, and I'm not buying new shit just to do that.
Right.
I don't care enough.
Plus, you can
But
get,
people do it.
I do know that playing on PC, Battlefield on PC is rather difficult because no matter what you do, it's either a 32 or a 64-person server. So, you know, you play in Domination, it's a 32-person server. You're playing fucking
No, it's not. No, it's 12v12.
What I heard is there was, when servers are made, they don't have, like, the access that we
it's
do.
the way it is here. No, it's the same here.
Alright, Eevee's pushing into Edward.
They are indeed.
And they are 4 men deep with a heavy tank facing off against Matamilli. Matamilli's trying. Oh, and he blows up from the tank. What else do we got going on here? We got a pretty big fight going on here at C, as it looks like we got 3 or 4 players from EV. One goes down.
I mean, the flag draw is still the same. It is still a 2-2 game in terms of flag hold.
Yeah, but flag holding gonna do it on this. They gotta boost up.
Right now we have a 10-point draw right now. It looks like EV have taken the lead again. They only lead by about 10 points.
And there, Throughout takes down one. 2.
I forgot he was playing.
Yeah. Good to see him in a conquest. You know, you rarely see Throughout in any type of conquest. He tries to stick to domination because that's what he feels most comfortable with, but he's a well-rounded player. He knows his shit. Good to see him back in Battlefield. Oh, Throughout goes down.
Spoke way too soon there.
Damn, those 4 shots really hit me hard real quick.
So EV is working hard to get that 3rd flag. Again, they still have a slight lead, but it's not big. It's been about 10 points or less most of this game thus far. Spread is very even.
Airstrike is pushing in on 4 people. It takes 2 down. Wow.
Oxygen are fighting hard to not lose C.
Airstrike just did a miraculous thing there with
there
some support fire.
EV have got the 3 cap locked up.
They are all bunched up over here at C Overwatch.
Yeah, but let's remember they do have an extra man. So they really need to take advantage of that. Like they need to just lock up. Like they have 3 flags. They need to try to hold us down. What they should be doing is they should be trying to box Oxygen into B, because B is a very closed flag. There's only 3 points of entry, so you can easily surround that flag and surround Alpha and just sort of box him in there.
Right.
Of course, naturally, you would assume Oxygen is probably going to try to use the planes as spawns and try to drop people on flags as well.
Right, we're watching Wi-Fi right now. Oh, he plays the part well, although he did spot that character and didn't even realize that he was still in building.
I'm hit! Someone help me!
Alright, so we got Awesome pushing in over here at Edward. He's going to try to take Edward back.
Keep the fire on him, he's not going anywhere!
Got 1 character on flag, so it's oh, but it is a heavy tank.
Oxygen is back in the air. Yeah, we have Matt. Matt is outside of E here.
Yeah, the fight's still ensuing over here pretty well on E. Oh, and Throughout goes down by a tank.
I'll fix those wounds.
Man, this game's close. I mean...
Hey, let me tell you right now, I will clear the air right now. M&K, yes, it's personal preference. M&K can be more beneficial, but it has its flaws. Okay, but there are some controller players, and anybody has the ability to be good, if not better than an MNK player.
It
I
has
mean,
its flaws on console because at the end of the day, the input with a mouse on console isn't the same as PC because it is a device that's
right,
trying
but
to translate. It's trying to translate the controller,
right, but
those controls
on
over.
PC, you're not playing with, console. You're not playing with a controller on PC. I mean, there's some players who
You
do
can
that,
if
but it's
if you're
not
trying to lose.
right. It's not the specified thing for most people to do because they're facing everybody else who's MNK. Whereas, PS4, yes, people can use MNK, but there are still players who are far superior with controller
Well, yeah,
than
of course. So
MNK
using a
players.
mouse doesn't make you a better
Better,
player.
right? It's
But
personal preference.
if you're already a great player and you are comfortable using a mouse, no doubt
Oh,
you're going to have an
absolutely.
advantage. You're going to have an advantage just because, natively speaking, a mouse is more responsive, it is
Right.
more accurate
Oh yeah.
than a controller,
Well, you're not
just
using
by
your
design.
thumb. You're using your whole hand to control where you want it to go, and it's a lot
And
easier to
it's
control
also
recoil.
it's more precise just in terms of the way the mouse scans the surface under
Right.
it. So there's more precision versus say a stick.
Right.
So I personally
But
generally on console just prefer controller because I don't like to sit at a desk
I'm
all the time. I play PC games, so
right.
when I play games on PC, yeah, I use a mouse naturally, but I mean on console I just sort of like to lay back a little bit and just kind of
Yeah.
not care, I
Right.
guess. The only way I can really put it, like, I'll sweat when I have to, but
I
not,
will say now, though, I give a huge shout out to Enzo. If you ever get a chance, you go watch his controller cams. He is one hell of a fucking controller player. Like he's probably one of the best people I've seen play on controller. And can actively stream it with controller cam and are actively playing. Proving that hey, I can play with a factory DualShock and still fuck you guys up. And I know that's your old team and all, but I've
oh
been
yeah, no,
watching
it's
his
fine.
streams, and he's a
Yeah,
fucking monster.
he's always been good. He can fly, too. He's actually very good in the air. In fact, I honestly, like, air-to-air is really sort of his thing, like, that's his go-to type thing. He hasn't done it much in this game, but, like, in the past, he was definitely, like, always in a jet.
Right. All right. So right now
So he's sort of a jack of all trades.
we have a unofficial 3 cap. Now we're moving back towards an oxygen 2 cap. But oxygen are struggling with a 48 point deficit.
Yeah, I feel like EV overall has played a more conservative game. Oxygen have definitely been more aggressive, and they've died a lot more as a result.
Right.
This is a big map. Can't necessarily afford to just, move out in the open a lot. You have to be a little bit more tactical. You have to be a little bit more timed. Your position, your precision needs to be higher, and for the most part, Oxygen have played very aggressive but very sloppy at the same time.
Right.
So EV are playing a more passive game. They're sort of waiting. They're being very patient, trying to hold down, poop flags and trying to exploit the fact that, Oxygen has played more aggressive. So when they're out there trying to push a flag real hard, EV essentially they anticipate them and they wipe them out in that process.
Right.
So, and now EV are about to take, they're about to lock up another 3 cap.
Yep.
So if they can just sort of, again, just play a conservative game here and just protect that lead, they'll win this first match. And the fact that some fog has also blown in, that definitely helps them because now Oxygen's air power is
Right.
not as...
They're cut down, they don't have that support.
Yeah. It looks like EV are, they did send the squad to go attack D.
We got Oxygen here at B. We got Awesome. Looks like Awesome's here by himself at the moment. He's about to face one other player. And due to the struggle trying to get up on the rock, he gets taken down.
Oh man, Nightwave just got a double kill right there.
Stand up and shout, trooper!
So Delta has just lost its force. So EV are on that cap.
And they're looking at a 4 cap now.
This could be this could really kill Oxygen on this map here.
Alright, now we got 2 people here. As Nightwave takes one down before he goes down.
He's been hot there. He's done a lot of hurt on that flag there.
And Beef
Looks like Oxygen will keep the flag, and they're also going to contest C. They really need it at this point.
I mean, at this point, they need to move up, lock at least a 3 cap,
Yeah,
and hold.
they need a 3 cap at this point. EV can maintain a 2 cap, and they'll win, nonetheless. So, and yeah, man, EV, they're fighting hard for C. You can see this flag is heavily.
Oh, we got an artillery truck up back there by Oxygen.
Spudnik.
About to get hit
Oxygen
hard.
Oxygen has found their 12th man, it looks like. If that's really their guy. I mean, I think he would have to be their guy.
Budnick. Damn, look at his late.
He doesn't have tags, and he's a level 5. So, I mean, we don't really know, I guess.
Kick him.
Yeah, he's new. Yeah, he's just some no-name player, I guess. They have just confirmed. How did he join?
I don't know. Unless he's watching the stream and heard somebody.
No, but we never announced what the password was.
Yeah, we gotta work on that. I gotta talk
he-
to Mike about the
He
password
didn't get any.
situation.
He didn't get any kills, so that's a plus. Oh, strange. The servers as of late have been pretty lackluster. We had some issues last night where people just sort of got kicked, myself included.
Yeah, we were having
the
some
server.
server issues last night, and multiple people were getting kicked. Obviously, there was some drama, and people were claiming that, oh, it wasn't kicked, it was raging, blah, blah, blah. But we've resolved it. PT did respectfully wave the white flag, and we will have RZ, who did move to the finals. There should be no bad blood. You know, we obviously are very happy to have both teams, and we want to keep the drama in the general area to a minimum. We want to keep people coming back. We don't want to push people away. As Thin Mint here will repair the tank.
So EV, once again, they have a 3 cap. And they're just slowly just melting down that block.
Now the other thing you also have to remember is the rules are a little different now that we're in the semifinals. The points don't matter. So even if they win this map and Oxygen now has their 12th man, they come back and win. We're going to push to a tiebreaker, which could turn out to go either way. I mean, it really is going to come down to how everybody plays. Well, Oxygen definitely has to be more aggressive.
In this point, in order for Oxygen to win this map, they would have to off-pack, and EV are storming B, so they're attacking Bravo, they have C, they have a 3 cap, so I'm just going to go ahead and say that EV are going to win this map.
Yeah.
It's over now. And that's impressive, because EV, in their minds, at least believe that they are, sort of in bad shape. But honestly, they're really not. I feel like they're being a little bit too down on themselves. Because they did lose some good players, but they are still a pretty
strong,
decent
dominant team, right?
Right now, yeah, you can see it. I mean, they have an all cap right now.
And the one thing that plays a huge factor is the fact they have that air support. I mean, that is key on both of these maps. You know, Ballroom, it doesn't play a factor, but these maps, specifically this map, is so open. You know, having that air support there, the fog kind of killed it, but they had it for the first two-thirds of the map. Ooh, here we go. We got Savage pushing in on 2 trucks. Takes down 2 before he goes down.
Yeah, but at this rate, it's not going to matter. This match is long over.
Tossing smoke grenade!
Oh, and Beef goes down again. Alright, and it looks like EV will take the win on map 1. Congratulations to EV on winning map 1.
Fuck! I got him!
This was actually a much larger win than I perhaps thought.
Predicted, right?
Yeah, that was a pretty decent win. OXYN did, you know, they fought hard here, but yeah, you could see that EV definitely had a pretty strong edge throughout the match. They
lost
never
their 12th
fell
again.
under. They never fell under 2 flags. They maintained at least 2 at all times, and at the end there, you know, they you know, grabbed all 4, and that was really it.
Right. Yeah, even for that short span of time that they had it, it benefited them detrimentally. Good game. EV will move on. Wow. We will move on to the next map.
You were just fumbling all over the place, Ryan.
I can't help it. I'm sorry.
You know what? I feel like you just haven't drank enough. I think that's the problem.
Haven't. I've had such a rough couple of days.
Yeah.
Fucking today at work was just absolutely horrendous. In the last 2 days I work flat rate, so I only make money on jobs. And I fucking spent 13 hours diagnosing vehicles, and all 5 vehicles that I diagnosed didn't get the work done. So pretty much I worked for 13 hours for free. And that really kills my pockets, especially when I'm already living on a budget.
And of course, being an alcoholic certainly doesn't help.
No, I'm a pothead. I'm not an alcoholic. Let's get one thing clear.
Implying that any better, because marijuana is apparently cheaper than alcohol, folks.
It is much.
Maybe if you're grabbing that cheap shit, sure.
Fuck that. Oh, I get my weed for free.
So we're impressively seeing 2 maps that we have not seen thus far.
Right.
Empire's Edge and Foul Fortress, both some of the larger maps in this game. So this should be interesting. I would assume air support here should definitely favor OXYN a little bit, but I guess we'll have to see what happens because EV were super strong that last game.
Yeah. I think the smart move for EV on this map being that they don't have an effective plane would be to use the plane to get some spawns in on D and C flag, and then just bail on the plane, you know, go down with the plane and then grab 2 tanks.
Tank and honestly, I would grab a tank and an anti-aircraft truck. I mean, that usually gets the job done.
Yeah.
If you have somebody in it who's, you know, competent, of course.
Right, and the other issue you got to put into factor, though, is if they take 1 shot from a tank, they're going to explode. They won't even make it. And if they're parachuting in on D, okay, let's put it this way: if OXYN parachutes 4 people on Duff, or let's say Charlie, and EV pushes in with the vehicle, and you got 4 people they're coming to face up against who've had a 5 or 6 second time advance on them, they're gonna run into artillery weapons. You know, they're gonna run into rocket guns, anti-tank grenades, and they're not going to be able to push up any further than that. Unless they bail at Bravo and move up to Charlie, they're not going to make it in a vehicle. Not facing off against a plane. That's my opinion. We We'll start again here at 43 minutes. Oxygen is still a man down. So what's everyone think so far of the outcome? Do you think Oxygen's going to have the upper hand and come back? Do you think EV are going to end up sweeping Oxygen with the 2-0 victory?
Deep down, I hope not. Just because we've only seen 2-0 wins in this entire competition.
Toga, yeah,
and that's disappointing.
The scoreboards for some reason sometimes get fucked up when it's a private match, and when you have the password it doesn't show the final scores at the end. Alright, and here we go.
In. Let's go.
Alright, so we do have EV. Crispy Nuts is going to fly the plane and work towards the flag. Looks like he's going to drop people on C flag, and that is effectively what he does.
Airborne! Yeah, they got guys in CND quick.
Yeah, they did. They moved very efficiently.
So Oxygen, once again, are running 2 planes. That's a very risky move.
I'm kind of hoping EV switch up and go to 2 tanks. Oh, there we go. Alpha spots a vehicle pushing up.
Mindflexer has joined the server. He will be Oxygen's 12th man.
Alright, so we got a pretty good fight here at Charlie as EV locks it down, but we got Oxygen pushing in. Ooh, and Beef gets taken down by a rocket gun. But EV will lock down Charlie again. We have Oxygen having ready and working on capping Duff now. Duff is about to be contested, but Oxygen will hold it. We got a 2-on-2 cap. Shockwave looks like he's taking the long play. Nope, he's headed to Freddy. That's a bold move. Alright, now we got a few people here moving to Freddy. We got Legit, we got Shockwave, we have Nightwave.
A lot of waves.
Yeah, right? And then Oxygen will also press Charlie. Daniel, you're funny. Stevie is working with the heavy tank again. He takes one down. B is contested. They are working on trying to hold that flag. Looks like he will effectively take it as he took another person down in the building.
Again, Oxygen's playing very aggressive, and EV, they're just playing a very conservative game. It's worked.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely benefiting. They're working and they're playing well.
And honestly, you've got Matt in the server. He's good in a tank. You really need armor on the ground here, because clearly the air support really to this point has not worked as planned.
Right. Oxygen's really going to need to work it here, though. They need to try and get that 3 cap.
They don't need a 3 cap yet, but they definitely need to try to hold down flags for an extended, period of time, which they haven't done really thus far.
Well done by Legit as he takes down 2. And they are currently uncontested at Freddy. Fight still going here at Charlie. This is the 3rd or 4th person I see running the bar, man. People seem to like it right on this map.
Take the ammo. You want those wounds patched?
You had a 3 cap.
Alright, so Thinman's currently on the anti-air gun, the AA gun, trying to work on those planes.
That's smart.
Yep. Especially not having the air support that they, that they really need on this map. It's getting sniped at. Oh, and Savage turns on somebody. Who did he turn on? Shockwave. Savage goes down. Looks like a plane took him out. Taking a quick look at Varget here in the plane. Oh, Varget dropped some bombs there on Stevie. Take a quick look here at Jon Snow as he is flying in a plane as well.
Return to the combat area.
Real quick, I want to take a quick moment and let everybody know to make sure you go to facebook.com/rideforlife3, hit that like button, as well as subscribe to this YouTube page to keep updated on everything Win or Die. Alright, so we're currently contested at B as Oxygen are trying to take C.
Look out! Machine gun!
Oh shit. Savage runs right into a tank. Takes one down.
Still been very close. Looks like Oxygen are going to tap Bravo here.
We have taken objective butter.
Fight is still ensuing here at Charlie, as they are trying to work in and try and take this flag back. Stevie is pushing on Bravo. We got Thin Mint here. We got Mindflexer as the only spawn point. Looks like Mindflexer's trying to push back, but Thin Mint knows where he is, and Mindflexer goes down. Currently, Oxygen are working on trying to get a triple cap, but it looks like they're going to lose Bravo. Only got a 31-point deficit between the two.
Yeah, it's close. I would think at this point EV would be kind of more content with just trying to hold down the 2 here for a while at least. They do have some guys on Fox, but you would think they would just try to sort of attempt to make a little bit of a gap here. If they do get Fox, I'm going to assume that they're just going to really try to lock out and hold the 2. Sorry, not the 2, the 3.
I mean, if they can lock and hold the 3, they're going to be good. I mean, there's going to be no competing with that. Oh, and a chop goes down.
Objective is ours. Make sure it stays that way.
We have taken objective Freddy.
Alright, so currently Oxygen only has Duff. And they are really struggling on trying to cap the second flag.
And this again, they need armor on the ground. You have a guy like
Enemy
Matt
medic!
basically just being wasted. You know, his infantry game is not that strong, but he's very good in a tank. So you're just sort of wasting him out there.
Right. So King Angel picked up the heavy machine gun, but then jumped off of it.
I mean, for example, Stevie, you know, the tank still has not died. He is 11-0. He has 0 deaths. So that shows you how effective the tank can be on a map like this.
I think he only went down one time last map.
Yeah, so Oxygen need to adjust their plan here. Their game plan clearly thus far hasn't been working, and it looks like they did, because now Matt is officially on the ground in a tank. That's good. They needed to do it.
Right.
You know, they
Get Shrek'd, aka Nightmare. Server is an East Coast server. Come on now. Although we could throw it out to South Africa if you really want us to.
The Matt is officially rolling.
We have taken objective Freddy.
In the tank, they're about to push C here.
Alright, so we currently have a 5-on-4 matchup right now. Oh, 6, 7. 7-on-3 now, 7-on-2. Oxygen
the C
will
flag
start
right
to take
now
C flag.
C is definitely being swarmed by
Plus
both
they have,
teams.
they have Madamilli over here in the tank. He's working on keeping that flag covered. It's kind of hanging back a little bit. Never mind, Shrek. You have the same exact picture profile as another player we know.
That's definitely him.
It probably is. If it is you, fuck off, Nightmare.
Yeah, Brock. We fucking know it's you, man.
You gave it away.
Just like fucking, what's his name? JKM made another alt online. It's like you're using the penguin picture. Nobody else uses that penguin picture, Jacob.
Right. Yeah. Good way to stay hidden, motherfucker. So Jon Snow is down here playing medic now. He goes down. So EV are starting to take Charlie back. They do have 6 or 7 people here on flag. But Oxygen are going to start pushing off of Duff. They're
Oxygen need to be
head-to-head.
aggressive here, so they need to just use that tank and just sort of force their way in. Because again, you know, EV, they're getting C back. They're more than content with holding down 2 flags here.
Oh, Stevie is like teetering right now, trying to stay afloat. He does stay afloat though. And Stevie goes down. Take a quick look at Madamilli, see where he's standing. As we take a quick look at the leaderboards. I mean, we gotta give credit where credit is due. Stevie is very effective as a tanker. He only died once, I think twice as far as both maps.
The EV are fighting hard. The Oxygen is trying their best to lock down a 3 cap.
They are starting to lose Freddy though. Oh, an EV will take Freddy back. Oh, maybe not. We got Mind Flexor again here on Freddy facing off against a legit.
That's that, right? Good job!
And Mind Flexor will effectively take down legit. He is still being contested here at Freddy though. He has a few players moving in as support. Cream is pushing in here.
Looks like Oxygen are gonna lock up a 3-cap here.
Don't let the objective fall.
I think it's the first time they've hit a 3-cap. The first 2 matches.
I believe it is.
They're really struggling too. They need to try and push in for a spawn trap here.
No, right now it's a close enough game that they can sort of just try to hold this down. So if they were smart, they would just try to really lock up the 3-cap here.
Yeah, but I think it would be very smart if they were to take Charlie and let them have their home flag.
It depends. I think it's too early. If you have flags, just try your best to just kind of close that gap at least. So if they want to, they can swarm C here. And they will.
Oxygen are definitely pushing. I mean, they're trying. And they're succeeding at the moment, although they are losing Bravo.
Lost objective
Yeah, at this point in the game, if EV are going to get Bravo, Oxygen should just let them have B.
Yeah. And just hold them at B. But it looks like Oxygen are going to work in and try and take Bravo. They are going to work for that 4-cap, and it looks like they are effective at this moment.
We are losing objective Charlie.
We got Alpha here on Charlie.
Yeah, they really need this win here.
Well, yeah, they need this win. If they don't win here, they're knocked out.
Dead. Straight dead.
They are taking Freddy, though, too. And nobody from Oxygen is on Freddy at the moment. Smart thing would be to have somebody spawn in here, get everybody else to spawn in on him, and then push these 3. Alright, we got Beef and Blaze pushing in on Freddy. They're 2 against 3. Now 2 on 2.
Whoa,
2
man,
on
that
1.
dynamite trap, though.
Shockwave takes 1 down with an artillery gun. And then cleans house.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. Takes him out with an artillery gun that cleans house and locks down Freddy. And now they're taking Charlie.
You know, it's like I said, you know, Oxygen, they had the advantage. They had a 3-cap advantage, and they just sort of went for that extra push. And
Right, they didn't need to.
So they've definitely closed the gap. EV still have a lead here.
Yeah, but now we're cut down to about 25 points or so. Which makes it a much closer game. But we're running out of time as we're down to the last 93 points.
Yeah, EV at this rate, you know, they can just hold down. All they need to do is hold down 2 flags. Just play it smart.
Alright, well, Crack, we love you, Crack. How you doing, baby?
We have taken objective Freddy.
Yeah, it's definitely a close matchup. I mean, this is... Oxygen are pushing for it. They need to take this win in order to push it to the tiebreaker. Otherwise, it will be the final stop for Oxygen.
Be a 2-0 win for EV, which would mean up to this point, it's been nothing but 2-0 sweeps.
Yep. Man, would it be crazy if fucking EV ended up going to the finals and fucking beating RZ? Can you imagine the amount of shit that will stir up if that occurs?
I mean, at that rate, would they really, like...
It would be the biggest
You
upset.
know, they're talking about breaking up as a platoon because they're, like, weak or something, but all they've really done to this point is
We
win.
have lost objective Butter.
So, like, if they did that, would they really break up? I mean, honestly,
Right.
wouldn't make any fucking sense.
Yep. Sorry to hear that, homie. I hope you feel better. Nothing sucks more than being sick, and I know that all too well. I spent more than enough time out on sick days.
Trust me, Ryan has had HIV now for about 12 years.
Yeah, around
So
about
his
12
immune
years.
system- his
My
immune
medical
system's not
conditions
very
are
good.
about equivalent to having AIDS. Let's put it that
Listen,
way.
man, women just fall all over him. It's not his fault.
I can't
I mean,
help
it
it.
is his
I
fault,
mean,
but it's not entirely his fault.
I don't like to rap it. I like to fuck 'em raw, man.
He doesn't like to rap it, he just likes to tap it.
Yeah, boy. Oxygen here on Duff. But at this point, let's see,
Oh
we
man,
have...
EEV really,
Yeah. We have
EV
23
gets,
points.
if EV gets a 3-tap here, they're gonna win this.
They got 2 and they're working on Freddy now. We do have 2 people pushing in.
EV needs to literally at this rate just capture Foxtrot and leave Delta. We
Rios-
see, look, Oxygen, if you see Oxygen are dropping players onto C, they are desperate.
Yeah. Rios, most likely it will be within the next 2 weeks. We do have to confirm on that. And absolutely, Shrek. Of course, we love you. I got you. I got your back, homie.
EV are gonna lock up a 3-tap that's more than likely gonna be a 3-tap for the win. At this rate, it would take a miracle for Oxygen to win. Essentially, they would have to all cap and just not die.
Yeah.
And that's simply not gonna happen. This game is gonna be a
Game's over.
2-0 win by EV.
I'll tell you what, it was one hell of a close game though. Both matchups were good fights. They were great battles. Oxygen really struggled on not having that 12th man.
Oxygen, no, I don't even think that hurt them. I think the fact that they were so keen on not having a tank for the majority of these matches,
Right.
it just really hurt them. On top of that, EV just played a very conservative game. They protected flags. They just sort of tried to maintain even a slight advantage, while Oxygen just played very aggressive. They're very out in the open. They died a lot.
Right.
So,
Alright, so we have, that is
as you
the
can see
end
right
of
here,
the
you
matchup.
see right here, the score from flags is identical. It's 293 a point, and the difference was EV got more kills. They were very defensive on flags.
Yep, congratulations to EV. You will move to the finals to face off against RZ at a time which will be determined. We want to thank everybody who was involved from Oxygen. Thank you for participating, and sorry to see you guys get knocked out here, but big shout out to every Black Vans and Mike Recker for putting on Win or Die, as well as Oogie Boogie here helping support me in the stream here. I also want to make sure to let everybody know to go to facebook.com/rideforlife3, hit that like button to keep informed on the all Win or Die information, as well as this YouTube page. Hit that subscribe button to see the finals match. we thank you everybody for tuning in, and be sure to tune in soon to find out who the champion will be. Good night, everybody.